Hey everybody. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Chanel's Reality. Child, listen. The way these YouTube streets are set up, girl. I'm Chanel. Welcome to Chanel's Reality, where we talk about pop news, pop culture, celebrity news. It's just something I really am interested in doing, and having a community to talk about all of the ratchetness that happens on the Real Housewives of wherever. Even though we really came because we want to see like the affluence and people being able to fly to France to just have a croissant, or fabulous trips to Mykonos or Rome, or just something good. Bravo, I don't know what y'all doing over there, but right now all this whole cheap stuff, y'all gotta stop it. But today I came on here just to speak really briefly with you guys. Again, if it's your first time, thank you and welcome to Chanel's Reality. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Hit the notification button so that you'll be notified if I upload a video or if we are doing a live panel and you want to be involved, you want to be in the chat, if you want to be on camera like me, beautiful people. So that's Chanel's reality. It's my reality. Well, it's reality TV and celebrity news according to me. According to me. So this is just going to be a really brief video. I don't know how many of you guys watch Married to Medicine. I feel like I started watching Married to Medicine maybe in its second or third season. I feel like no, well, I think I started watching it. I think I started watching season 1 when they were filming season 3 or something like that. But at any rate, I really liked it. It was kind of boring to begin. However, what happened was the fact that Dr. I have a hole my tooth. I have to go and get it extracted tomorrow, so I can't bite down over here. And I accidentally just had my teeth touched, and it's a nightmare. But second season 2, they brought on Dr. Heavenly. Even though it feels like Dr. Heavenly's been there since season 1, I rewatched it. She got there season 2. So they have Dr. Jackie, who I've always felt like, I don't know what ism I would add to Dr. Jackie's name, but it just feels like you could be cool with Dr. Jackie and she'll like you, provided you don't weigh more than 135 pounds. I think anybody outside of that, she, from her medicine MD mind, is unhealthy and needs to lose weight. And she has no problem telling you. And I think she told Dr. Heavenly she was fat. Oh, Jesus. Allegedly. Season 2. Because they were having, I think Dr. Heavenly was having some get together at her house or a party or something. And they were sitting like at a table. Yeah, and she was just like, Dr. Heavenly basically was like, I'm a doctor too, because Dr. Jackie was like, you're not even a real doctor. Gag, right? Before you could even clutch your pearls. That's the Dr. Jackie I knew from season 1. I was like, oh yeah, she's not the one. But she comes across as very, reserved and classy, and she doesn't get into the mess. To me, she just gets her minions to do it in a very subtle way. But Dr. Jackie's had some problematic behavior, words over the years, i.e., something she said to one of the, I think she was a friend of, named Buffy. She got on the stage, and Dr. Jackie, I believe, had breast cancer and didn't have children because of that. I'm almost certain, but you can Google it, I'm sure. And she was in a room with, like, I guess a few hundred people, like strangers of this Buffy lady, and even them I think was in level. It was just like an event. And Dr. Jackie was sharing about her experience and, infertility. And then she said something like, and Buffy, you're infertile. Like, girl, you're a whole MD. And there's so many people that are like, oh, Buffy needs to get over it. No, you don't tell somebody. That is the sign of a bully. To say something inappropriate, unnecessary, rude to a person that hasn't done anything to deserve it. Be clear. What did Buffy do? I'm not even a Buffy fan, but when I saw that, I was just like, it's a wrap for me with the whole Dr. Jackie thing. I just was like, you can't trust, because people are like, well, she's a doctor. She's correct. And guess what? I work in healthcare at a whole hospital in the psych area. The first thing they teach you in any type of medical profession is confidentiality. I don't understand how I'm the layperson and Dr. Jackie is this, like, what she tell Dr. Heavenly, you're not even a real doctor. I'm the real doctor. She said, come ask me, or I'll come to you if I need help with an abscess. Okay. She just totally demeaned that lady. And people still running around America acting like Dr. Jackie is the greatest because she got celebrity clients. But I'm not mad at Dr. Jackie. I just want her to take full responsibility and accountability for what she does and not try to dress it up and say, I'm just doing this. She just didn't want to apologize because, in my opinion, narcissists don't like to apologize. And I'm not saying she's a narcissist, but that's narcissistic behavior when you can tell someone's whole infertility to a whole group of people that they don't even know. You can announce that not only in front of these people, but on a nationally syndicated TV show. It's problematic. You're a doctor, like you said, like you told Doctor Heavenly. You're a doctor. Add me, Dr. Heavenly. I know y'all supposed to be besties now. Add me. I'm not. No, y'all are very smart. So am I. I have 3 college degrees. So let's just be clear. She's not a dummy. Not at all. And I can see shady people 3,000 miles away. And y'all are both shady. Hey, Dr. Heavenly, I do like y'all. And I think y'all bring something to the show. But I'm just going to call a thing a thing. And it's just so unbecoming of a doctor, much less any type of professional. It's just, it's in poor taste. It's unethical. Like, it's just like, girl, where's your integrity? I'm just saying. Y'all stop me. Add me in the comments. Stop me when I'm wrong. Because, I'm a Leo. I'm not really wrong usually about most things. But just saying, I could be. I'm not that nice. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong in regards to this. So let's bring it back to what I came on here to talk to you guys about this evening. So Buffy did an interview. So like I said, Buffy is this, I think she was trying to be a friend of, or maybe she was going to be on the Housewives and they were testing her out or something. This is 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I know it was a few years back. And like I said, Buffy, I don't feel like has ever gotten over it. And rightfully so. Especially if she still hasn't had a baby and on and on and on. It tears at your heart. Lots of people think in the world that everybody has an easy, because they have, or maybe their friends, their mom, their sisters, whomever, had easy pregnancies or had, no problem conceiving. You don't necessarily know that's true just because someone had a baby. That doesn't mean that they didn't try for 3, 4, 5 years. Just saying. It's just like everybody goes to the doctor. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. You think your doctor passed the medical exam, the state board medical exam the first time? All of them? Just saying. The medical professionals, they didn't all pass. The nursing people, they didn't all pass on the first try. Just saying. Now, you can go look at the statistical information about it, but it is what it is. It's just true. I mean, I have a license. I didn't pass the first time. It is what it is. Doesn't mean I'm not smart. Doesn't mean that I'm not educated, because I certainly am. But there's other elements that goes along with it, right? You get anxiety, and I don't even get anxiety. But you're in a testing environment. It's timed. It could be nerve-wracking. So all I'm saying is, doesn't necessarily mean because you have those letters behind your name, because I have some behind mine, that you're better than people, or that you're even smarter than people, or more intelligent. Just to be clear. You might have more information about that particular subject matter, but that doesn't make you smarter than me. Be clear. Anyway, so Buffy does this interview with some other content creator. I don't want to disrespect who this person is, but I saw a little snippet of it, and she basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, she basically said that Dr. Contessa, who's no longer on the show, I think her last season was last season. I don't know when this happened, but there was something that happened where Dr. Contessa, I think this was maybe on that same trip that Buffy and Dr. Jackie kind of, were having words, and Dr. Jackie was like, I'm done with it. I ain't talking about it no more. Done did. She was just being the real Dr. Jackie. Just saying. It's just really dismissive. Just so dismissive. It's condescending and dismissive. It's just, that's my problem with her. Like, it's because she can't just see that that's wrong, in my opinion. But I think what Buffy is alleging happened to her happened on that season when they were off at whatever island they were. I don't remember exactly where they had gone to. Because I didn't even remember Dr. Contessa being on that season, but apparently she was. And from what people are reporting Buffy basically said that Dr. Contessa said something really egregious to her. They had gotten into it about something. I don't know exactly what it was, but Buffy basically in part said that Dr. Contessa in part said to her that if something about her infertility and that she's either, if she hasn't had a baby, she's never going to have a baby or something like that. It just was egregious what Buffy is saying Dr. Contessa allegedly said to her in this situation that they were in. And Buffy's like, so the guy, the content creator in the interview that was interviewing Buffy, he was like, allegedly, because we all out here in these YouTube streets, and it's just like everything's alleged, okay? Because you don't want to get sued, you don't want to get demonetized and stuff like that. So he keeps saying like allegedly, and she's like, Buffy's like, no, I ain't no alleged. It was on film, like this happened. And so I was like, ooh. And what Buffy say? She said she gonna own Bravo or something like that. I'm paraphrasing what she said, but basically, she's like, file a lawsuit against me if you bought that life. In the words of Claudia Jordan. Hey, Claudia, I love you, girl. Yeah, she's like, file a lawsuit against me if you bought that life. So then Dr. Contessa, and I really did like Dr. Contessa because she just like, it's weird though because Dr. Contessa, I feel like it's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or Mrs. Hyde or something. Because to the world, like when she came on this show, I was like, yes, she got all in the Heavenly's ass, like got Heavenly all the way together. Then they seemingly became besties like 2 seasons later or something. Which I was just kind of like, didn't y'all hate each other? Because that's Dr. Heavenly is Giselle of Marriage Medicine. I don't think Dr. Heavenly makes things up. I don't think she's just a liar. She just puts things out there into the ether. It's just like, girl, ain't nobody asked you to out these people, but that's what she does. So she's like the Giselle and the Ashley of the show. She's gonna tell something that if it's already out there, she think it's already out there, she might have forgot, she gonna say it and then take it back. She gonna put it out there. That's Dr. Heavenly. And I could never be her friend because I don't like people like that. I don't like people that I'm not sure if I can say something around you because you may repeat it later. I get that, this is what she's doing for the show. And I also do believe that she could be trustworthy. Clearly, she got daddy. I don't know if she got her man daddy, but it is what it is. She's not telling her business. Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie, Giselle, they are all experts. PhD level, Olympian level, at not talking about their own personal problems. Be clear. They just are. They're experts at finding out or creating situations that may or may not exist for their castmates and then letting that be the storyline for the season so that they can have somebody fight with or whatever the case may be. That's kind of what they do. It just is what it is. But Dr. Contessa, I loved her because I was like, yep, she's like, Heavenly girl, you don't want this heat, you don't want the smoke, you don't want it over here, okay? And so I liked her. But I say Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because to the audience, to us, to the viewers, I was just kind of like, she giving Dr. Heavenly hell, right? She ain't letting her slide at all. And then, like, as the seasons pass on, you kind of learn her marriage isn't what it appears to be. And that, I'm just saying from my opinion, that her husband is, he to me, has very, like, stubborn, selfish, kind of narcissistic tendencies. He does. He doesn't want her, like, my problem with him was, it was just like, you're not supporting your wife. She's saying she wants to go and get this other whatever it is for her medical degree so she can do something else. Whatever that might be. You're supposed to support her. His beef was, I don't want you going all the way to, I think, Tennessee or Mississippi, wherever she was going. Which I understand that. It's like, oh, I don't want to have to be left here alone with the kids. But let's be clear. For centuries, that's exactly what women have been doing. And let's also be clear. She's a whole medical doctor, too. And no one seems to have a problem. You never seem to have a problem with doing whatever you wanted to do and leaving her for the kids. So I don't understand. It's these double standards and all these audacities that, how dare you? But with that being said, through the show, you could kind of see that what would happen or transpire on the show between Dr. Contessa and her husband, it just seemed toxic to me. That's what it appeared optically. But then you would go on social media and you see them on the boat or paradise, wherever, like traveling, and seemingly that they're having a great time and they're enjoying their life. But social media does that. Okay, social media allows people to take 32 pictures of the same little pose, this, that, and the third, add a filter, and somehow now you're a baddie. Okay, it highlights, to me, social media is like a resume. We all know people embellishing on their resume. We all know there's some skills you can put on there that you don't have, but you like to learn. We all know that that happens, right? So it's like that's what social media is, except for those people who are just need a therapist, but from their childhood trauma and even their adult trauma with their crazy boyfriends or girlfriends, but they use social media as an outlet. And it's like, girl, how do you have all of the world or whomever, all the people that you know on Instagram or Facebook, whatever it is that you're on, TikTok, you got us all like mad at your boyfriend because he didn't, Kiki Palmer, okay? Shout out to Kiki Palmer. I love you, girl, but I don't understand what's happening over there. But anyway, you have the whole world in your business, and then we get all, energized about it and feel bad for you and whatever. And then 3 weeks later or 2 days later, y'all back together. But you didn't put a whole 3-page essay on your Instagram story talking about how he's a terrible dad and he'll never have no money and he ain't got no job and he uneducated and his feet stink, whatever. It's just like, girl, pick a story. Pick the lane that you want us to attach ourselves to. If you're gonna attach yourselves. Just say it. And some people really get like, I'm just like, these people don't know y'all. So like it's not that deep. Um but for someone, I feel like me and other viewers watching what it appeared that Dr. Contessa was going through, it's just kind of like, yeah, like we all agree with Heavenly. We probably wouldn't say it on the reunion like Heavenly did, because by that time they weren't friends anymore and they were supposedly like besties. Um, but I do understand as a married lady. Okay, I'm an old married lady. I've been married, been with my husband almost 23 years. So I certainly know what it feels like where it's just like, yo, give a fuck, it's broken. Like, leave me the well, okay? Let's be very clear. That happens. And it's not that you hate your partner or that you want to see them have ill or whatever the case may be. People just end up growing, and sometimes you grow together, sometimes you grow apart, sometimes you just in a moment in your life where it won't even be your partner or your significant other that's really the problem. It could be 100 other things. You could have mental illness and not know it. You could be depressed. You could feel like a failure because you didn't, get that promotion, or you lost your job. It's a million things. Your kids in jail, whatever, on and on and on, right? But it does can take a toll on your marriage. Or, you could just simply have a husband where, you hang up all the clothes, or, you put the laundry basket right next to the, in the restroom where they could just put their clothes in there because it says it's a basket that says laundry. Somehow the laundry is still on the floor and not in the basket. These are the things that could drive you crazy. Just saying. Or the people, the husbands that, don't understand that you should put the fork down in the dishwasher or the knife down because I don't want to impale myself. Just saying. But they don't think of these things. Just saying. Or why is the rug? So yeah, I'm that girl. So anyway, I'm saying that to say that, things can go, you could just get into a part in your marriage or period in your marriage where you're not seeing it for nobody. Relationships, it doesn't matter if there's a sexual back tone or whatever. You could have a bad relationship with your sister or your mom or your auntie, cousin, sister, whoever. It doesn't always have to be, roses and pound cake. By the way, if you're gonna make a pound cake, use real butter, real sugar, real milk. Don't be doing this fake cake stuff because it's just not okay. Um, so, like I said, so Buffy said all of this stuff, and she was just like, it's not alleged. So then here comes Dr. Contessa. She gets on her mic, and she's like, she goes on her Instagram. She has a whole, it seems like, emotional breakdown because she's just like, I would never say that. I am a physician. I'm this, that, and the third, and I would never say that, and it's categorically false. And everybody on my side, like basically the Bravo friends, I guess that she has, will, attest to it. And she's like, and it's on film, and so this, that, and the third. So I'm like, I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe because the thing with Dr. Contessa, like I said before, I do think she's a smart person. I do think she's a person that can say when things are wrong and this, that, and the third. But because of the fact that she, to me, gives me assault victim that recants her story. I'm not saying she's been physically assaulted. I'm saying you say too much, right? That actually did maybe happen at your house between you and whomever. You overshare things to the people you care about or the people that are there for you, whatever. And then when you have people like Dr. Heavenly say it out loud to the world of, and she thinking on some level, I'm trying to help you, whatever. It's not helpful, Dr. Heavenly. We understand why you thought that, but that's not helpful to tell your best friend's business in her marriage. It's not for public fodder. And you know better. But I do think it came from a good place. It's just the it's the wrong messenger, in my opinion. So it's like I can't really believe Dr. Contessa wholeheartedly, although I think she's an honest person. I do think she's a truthful person, but she's also a person who is trying to protect her husband, in my opinion, and trying to protect her family, in my opinion, because when you come out and you say your husband beat you or he's so disrespectful, emotionally abuses you, financially abuses you, whatever it is, it wouldn't even matter if you just told, let's say you just told your sister, your mom, your brother, your cousin, right? And your bestie. Once you tell everybody that you love, that you can trust, that this is how you're being treated, they're automatically, if they love you, gonna have beef with this person too. We all beefing. Like I always say, come see about me, about my husband. We all going to jail today. Let's be clear. Okay? Bitch don't run in my blood. So we not doing that. So I fully understand why she may want to pull back and say, that's not what happened and have that like regret. Like, oh, that's not what happened. What Dr. Heavenly is saying is false. Which I don't think what Dr. Heavenly was saying was 100% false. She may have, sometimes people can make it a little more dramatic than it is, but I also don't even think that because it just seemed like y'all's marriage wasn't what it seemed to be. It seemed like on paper like a fairy tale, but on film, mm-mm, didn't come across that way. So for me, Dr. Contessa gives, I'm going to protect my husband. So therefore, I don't know and can't say that what she's saying didn't happen and she didn't say that to Buffy or whatever. I can't 100% just say, yep, she's right. I can't just be team Dr. Contessa only because I just don't think that you're always truthful about everything. And that's okay. Dr. Contessa does not have to be truthful about everything going on in her marriage, her career, her family. Like she doesn't. She doesn't have to do that on or off any show, in my opinion. Um, the problem is you sign on a dotted line to talk about your family and your life, and your family is a part of your life. So you can't, even though you can, I'm saying to the audience, to the people who are invested in, watching you on TV and want to see you make it, whatever, glow up it is for you, want you to be famous or whatever the reasons are that you decided to be on this show. For some people, they can't let it go. They feel like they deserve to know everything going on in your life. And the ones that are more liberal about that, where it's just kind of like, I don't think this lady has to show every inch of her life. That's a person like me. I don't think she has to. And I think she has the right to, if Dr. Heavenly goes and accuses her husband or her of whatever it is about her marriage, she has the right to say, no, I didn't say that. That didn't happen. She does have a right. You can't make her, right? So, but for that reason, I can't necessarily just say that Buffy's lying. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why is she still a thing? I'm not mad at Buffy. Shout out to Buffy. I do think she's beautiful though. Like I think she has like this good skin and she's beautiful to me. Um Here's the thing with Buffy to me, and it's no shade to Buffy because to me, all the reality stars that I've ever seen have the same issue. Especially if they are on that show more than 2 seasons or on any show more than 2 seasons. This is my thing. People who want to have fame, in my opinion, they are some level of attention seeking, right? So there are some people where they go on to TV to benefit a greater good, right? That is not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who want to be on the Real Housewives or wherever. Because here's the thing: if you're happy in your life and you really are rich and you really do live the best life and you just said and this, that, and the third, you're not coming on TV so that you can have the world pick your whole life dry if you don't need to. If you have friends and family and you care and want to protect your friends and family, you do not come on a nationally syndicated TV show. Why? Because the moment you become a public figure, all of that rights that you had before goes away. And people don't care that you have a kid. They don't care that you married. But Kyle Richards say they got all down in Mauricio's DMs and everybody else DMs. Let's be clear, it's no longer that. And so to me, once you realize, you get into it, and maybe you've never watched The Housewives, but I never believe that when people come on, oh, I never watched it. Shut up, you're lying. You did watch it because who applies for a job they know nothing about? Nobody. Not a normal person, right? So you're not gonna say I'm gonna sign this contract for $500,000, but I'm not gonna look at one episode. Like, stop it, knock it off. With the exception of the original people, which I think was Orange County, the Real Housewives of Orange County. Those are the only ones that could say, this wasn't about them being attention seeking and whatever else, or they never watched the show. They're the only ones. Everybody else, you knew exactly what you were getting into. I don't think like Atlanta season 1 knew exactly what they were getting into, but they knew they were going to have to show their lives, right? And that people are intrusive. And with social media, people can tear you apart. They just get online every morning just to lean in and be a bully. Some people. Um, so to me, I'm just kind of like, why would you want to do this if you're rich and you're famous? I mean, not rich and famous. If you're wealthy, intelligent, you can jet set across the world. Why do you need to breathe these people in when it's not a situation like the Kardashians, right? Where they have executive producer power. Nothing is gonna make it onto the Hulu, the Kardashian show, without Kim Kardashian and all the rest of them signing off on it. They have that type of power, so they can control the narrative. Married to Medicine, you don't have that type of power. Mariah, when those girls got rid of Mariah, shout out to Mariah, really liked her. Mariah, I don't know, I'm not saying it right. They showed her you could be dismissed too, and I think it's terrible. She created the show, like how dare you? But it is what it is. And I wish they would bring her back, which is probably never going to happen. But why would you sign up for it? Why would you come back? Like, it's one thing to say, oh, I'm not really, but let's just take a chance and whatever. But you come back after they've destroyed your marriage, or after they've shown you that your husband was cheating on you with the girl in Canada, or that you find out that your husband has been taking people's settlement, what's the right word, settlement dollars, and just spending it and doing whatever that they want to with it. Why would you return after all of why would you go if any skeletons are in your closet? But that's what people do. So anyways, I'm not going to carry on. I could go on forever about this. Dr. Contessa, I think at this point, I heard somewhere that she has filed a lawsuit or is preparing to file one. So, Buffy, girl, I hope you have whatever you said you have on video, because Dr. Contessa said she got time today, sis. So I wish you all the best. I do. I wish Dr. Contessa and her husband and whomever, I really do hope that their marriage is in a good place, and for their kids. The kids deserve to see a healthy family, mom and dad. But y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Dr. Contessa is lying, or do you think Buffy's lying? Because somebody lying. I don't know who. It to me I always wonder, who does this benefit? If this is a lie, who benefits from this lie? You know what I mean? I don't know. And again, Dr. Contessa is not even on the show anymore, so it's like I don't really get it. I understood why Buffy reemerged about Dr. Jackie in that situation where she was talking about Black women basically lie about or exaggerate their pain so they can get out of work, especially when they're pregnant. It's just like, that's a rabbit hole I'm not going to go down tonight because I got to go to bed. But it's just like, girl, stop. So we know who she is. But Buffy, that was 3, 4, however many years ago. And I'm not saying anything about your trauma or that you should be over it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, why are you coming for Dr. Contessa? Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Maybe I need to watch the whole video, but from what I saw, I didn't understand why she came up in terms of why that information needs to be brought to the forefront. I don't know. Maybe Buffy, like, look, I'm dragging everybody out the class. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be good for you, Buffy, because then if people were considering bringing you back to reality TV, who's going to want to film with you? Who can ever? It's like trying to film with Dr. Heavenly. Please understand, whatever you say and do will be used against you at the reunion with Dr. Heavenly. She just is. She's just, that's what she's going to do. That's her role on the show. Drag everybody out of the dark into the light, you know? So for me, if I'm a person on this show that you're trying to get on, or maybe it's a new show that you're being cast for, I'm not about to tell you nothing real. Be clear, nothing. Mm-mm. So you're not gonna get the real from me, and I'm not a fake person, so I probably could never be on a show that's fake anyway. Let's just be clear. So let me guys get in the comments and let me know what you guys think. Do you think Dr. Contessa is actually going to go through with a lawsuit? Do you think Buffy deserves an apology? Do you think Buffy is lying? You think they really do have the receipts, especially video receipts, to make that determination of who is telling the truth? Um, Either way, if you're just now, this is your first time to my channel, this is Chanel's Reality, and it's really reality TV according to me, along with, hot topics and pop culture news and things like that. I like to recap videos of, I do recap videos actually, of usually a lot of reality TV. So like the Real Housewives of Potomac, Beverly Hills, Atlanta, on and on and on. The ones that I find interesting. I try to do Miami because the Brooke Ashley, shout out to the Brooke Ashley, kept saying on her show, like, y'all need to get the what did she say? The Miami cast, these are the girls. I don't know. She just was like, she felt like this is real wealth being shown on TV. And maybe it is. I tried for like the whole half of it. I couldn't get into it. But maybe it's just not for me. But anyway, like I said, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video or we're doing some sort of live or something like that. You can be contacted and you can be up on the most important, well, really not important, up to date. Um, what's the right word? Hot topics or entertainment news that is happening. See you guys next time. Have a good rest of your day.